I've been told by a fellow officer that you've been verbally abusive in a public place, which would be a Section 4A public order.
I have it all recorded, officer.
That's fine. Please.
She's lied to you. Now you threatened me with arrest, which has now made me have to give my details. So I will have to make a call to my solicitor.
In this episode, News Now Yorkshire is operating his drone outside a police station when a sergeant decides the situation requires force rather than facts. She alleges that he swore at her, something the footage fails to support, and instead of addressing him herself, she calls other officers to act on that accusation. From there, the threat of arrest becomes a tool for obtaining his details, rather than dealing with any genuine offense. This is policing based on allegation, not evidence, and the consequences only move in one direction. It doesn't conclude with officers establishing their authority. It concludes with News Now Yorkshire taking them to court. Because when a sergeant builds the encounter around a false allegation, the consequences are unavoidable.
Is it for any particular purpose? Is it a hobby? Is it a research project? Anything like that?
I don't know yet at the minute. Okay. Just sort of flying around, see what happens.
Right. I understand an officer's just tried to have a word with you on the way into the car park.
She sort of shouted at me in a plainclothes personal car, so I didn't have a clue who she was.
Apparently you've told her to pee off.
Did I?
That's what she said to us. If that's the case, that's not acceptable, is it?
Well, that's why we wear independent witnesses that never lie.
Right. What do you mean by that? Right, okay. Well, yeah, I've got mine on as well, so...
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Can I take your details, just so we know what you're doing, and you're recorded on our systems, and we've got the fact what you're doing, and to make sure you're not up to no good?
No, I'd rather not, if that's okay.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, I just need to make sure that you're not, like, sort of in line with any terrorist groups or anything like that you could be using for hostile reconnaissance or anything of that nature.
Do you suspect I'm a terrorist officer?
Well, I don't know until I speak to you. Do I until I take your details and check you through.
Is that what you do with everybody?
If you're being verbally abusive to people, then you have technically committed a public order offence for which I would require your details.
Okay.
They approach him already carrying a story that he swore at the sergeant, treating the allegation as though it were proven fact. News Now Yorkshire refuses to get dragged into an argument. Instead, he immediately points toward his body camera and explains precisely why independent recording matters. That changes the dynamic straight away. One side has a verbal accusation. The other side has recorded evidence. Then the conversation takes a much more serious turn. When he declines to provide his personal details, the reasoning abruptly shifts toward determining whether he has connections to terrorist organizations. That's not a genuine explanation. It's a pressure tactic designed to make him comply.
So that's why I'm asking you for them as well.
Right.
So can I have your name and date of birth and address, please?
What, you think I've committed a public order offence?
Yeah, because an officer's just told me that you've sworn at her in the street.
Well, I need to get her to make that statement then, because she's lying.
Well, she's just told me as she's driven in that you've sworn at her.
Did she?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll be making a complaint about her then.
That's absolutely
And if you
fine.
take my details, I will have to sue West Yorkshire Police.
That's not a problem. You feel free to do so. The reason I've explained the reasons why I'm asking you for your details.
What happens if I don't give my details?
Then you're potentially committing an offence.
Well, I will.
It's a lot easier if you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to give my details.
Okay.
I will if you tell me that I'll be arrested if I don't.
Well, potentially you may be. Yeah, it may make your arrest necessary under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act because your name and address can't be verified.
Right.
And I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed an offence.
What reasonable grounds is that?
But I've been told by a fellow officer that you've been verbally abusive in a public place, which would be a Section 4A public order.
I have it all recorded, officer.
That's fine.
Do you want me to show you the recording?
Not at the moment, but I want.
Because I could show you the recording.
I want you to.
And then you would know.
Details, and I've explained it to you. You've asked me to explain it to you, and I've laid it out plain and simple.
This is the point where the reasoning falls apart entirely. They assert that a public order offense has taken place, not because of observable conduct, but simply because the sergeant alleges it. When News Now Yorkshire asks what happens if he refuses to provide his details, the response becomes circular. He could supposedly commit another offense, which could then supposedly provide grounds for arrest. That's not a legal foundation. It's a loop of threats. Bringing up Section 24 of PACE only makes the weakness clearer. Arrest necessity cannot depend on rank or convenience. It requires evidence. Here, the sole basis is a colleague's allegation. Even when footage is offered that could resolve everything immediately, they refuse to view it. That decision matters. When officers disregard evidence capable of resolving the dispute, their intentions become increasingly difficult to ignore.
I don't think I have to give my details, officer.
You do.
I do.
You've been verbally abusive towards somebody.
I haven't, though.
She's alleging that you have.
I haven't,
though. As I said before, I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed a public order offence.
But I haven't.
Okay, listen to me. Because of that nature, that's why I require your details. And
Right.
as I've explained to you, if you don't give me your name and address and can't verify who you are, it may make your arrest necessary in order to ascertain those details.
Will you arrest me if I don't?
I'm not saying I definitely will, but I'm saying it may make your arrest necessary.
Am I being detained right now?
At the moment, because I need your details.
Yeah, I'm being detained.
Potentially, if you don't give me your details, you may be arrested, is what I'm saying.
No, I just want to check if I'm being detained right
I don't
now.
understand why you can't just give me your details.
I'd rather not. That's
Right.
the point.
But I'm asking you to.
If I have to by law, then I will.
You do have to by law, yeah.
Okay, and what section of law says I
I'm
have
telling
to?
you that because you've committed an offence.
I haven't, though.
I suspect that you have.
You suspect that I have?
I suspect that you have. I
Okay.
only need reasonable grounds to suspect. That's 2 to 3 out of 10 on the scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I've got that reasonable suspicion.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Can you let me know that lady's name or collar number?
So she's a sergeant who was off duty at the time, coming into work for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, because
but she's a police
she's lied
officer.
to you. Now you've
Right.
threatened me with arrest,
Yeah.
which has now made me have to give my details. So I will have to make a call to my solicitor.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, okay.
You go right ahead.
They trap him inside a manufactured justification. If we can't establish your identity, we'll arrest you so we can establish it. That's not how arrest powers are supposed to operate. The officers want his details and are treating arrest as the mechanism for obtaining them. Arrest cannot simply be used to defeat someone's refusal to cooperate. It certainly cannot be built on a single allegation that hasn't been tested. At that stage, the supposed reasonable grounds don't look reasonable anymore. They look convenient, which explains why the threat is effective. Faced with being detained over circular reasoning, he provides his details to prevent the situation escalating further. Not because the law demands it, but because the pressure leaves him with little practical choice. Compliance produced through threatened misuse of authority isn't genuine consent. It's submission.
I can't believe she lied to you, officer. I have got it all recorded, though, just
That's
so you
fine.
know.
You can, if you want to make a complaint.
Yeah, I will
about
be
it,
making a complaint straight away. Yeah,
that's not a
definitely,
problem.
definitely.
I haven't got
Is that
any
what she
issue with
actually said to you? I told her to pee off.
As I drove out of the gate, she was driving in and she said, "Will I have a word with you?"
Yeah.
Because she'd spoken to you and you
Yeah.
told her to. I'm not going to say the full word.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
pee
yeah.
off. You understand what I mean by
I understand what you're saying, but she's lying to you. You know that, don't you?
Well, if she's lying to me, she's lying to me. If it's on your camera, then you've got grounds for a complaint. Then
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not lying
yeah.
to you. I can only go about.
You know, last time this happened, I got £1,000 for it. You know.
Right.
Yeah. That was at Humberside, though.
What was that? What was that in relation to, though?
Because someone said I was committing antisocial behaviour, so the officer unlawfully used Section 50 of the Police Reform Act to gain my details, just like you've unlawfully used Section 5 to gain my details.
Okay.
And then they offered me £1,000 for my trouble.
I haven't used Section 5.
Oh, did you use?
You've potentially committed an offence under Section 4A of the Public Order Act.
Oh, okay. Section 4A.
Yeah.
And that requires me to give my details.
It doesn't require you to give your details.
You just told me it did.
What I'm saying, no, you're twisting my words.
The officer repeatedly hides behind the word potentially. Potentially an offense. Potentially. Section 4A. That single word carries the entire argument because there is no solid substance underneath it. Section 4A isn't activated because someone might have caused offense at some stage. It requires intent and an actual effect, not guesswork or speculation. What makes the situation even weaker is the constant shifting between different sections. One moment it's one power, then another, then something completely different. That's not officers carefully identifying the correct legal basis. It's them scrambling for one. If a genuine offense had been established, the relevant section wouldn't keep changing. And none of these powers being mentioned automatically gives them authority to demand his personal details. Anyway,
what I'm saying to you is because I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed an offence.
Yeah.
If you don't give me your details,
Yeah.
it may make your arrest necessary under Section 24 of PACE.
Oh, okay.
Because your name and address cannot be verified.
Right.
And I suspect that you've committed an offence.
Well, that's the full explanation. Thank you for
that's
that.
what I said to you the first time.
Well, I didn't get that explanation, so maybe you didn't explain it properly, and maybe I didn't understand.
Well, you understand it now, though.
I
don't
do,
you?
100%. Yeah, yes. I can't believe she lied to you, and she's a sergeant. She's going around lying to you guys. Do you want me to show you the video?
No.
Is it because you know that she's lying?
I don't know that she's lying.
I think you know.
Okay.
I think you know. I think you do know.
We're literally just going off what we've been told.
Yeah, what you've been told is a lie, though, is what I'm saying. I could show you the video now and show you that she's lying. What do you guys reckon? Your personal opinion?
My personal opinion doesn't matter. I don't work. My personal opinion has to stay at home when I come to work.
Well, use your detective skills then. What do you think?
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking to you.
Well, yeah, I could have showed you the video.
To find out your version of events.
No, you know what you're doing is getting my details unlawfully.
Okay. I'm not. I've already explained to you the reason why.
I could have showed you the video, and then you would have no reason to get my details.
If you're happy to show me the video, I'm happy to watch it. It's not a problem.
Well, there's no point now because you've already given my details.
this is the moment any appearance of fairness starts to disappear. He repeatedly offers the easiest way to settle the dispute. Watch the footage, yet they refuse. One officer even acknowledges that she's relying solely on what she's been told. That's not an independent assessment. It's unquestioning acceptance. His account isn't compared with available evidence. It's dismissed. They choose hearsay over footage being offered right there, preserving a version of events they don't want tested. Then, only after obtaining his details, the footage suddenly becomes relevant. That timing speaks volumes. If the recording genuinely mattered, officers would have reviewed it immediately. Watching it afterward isn't proper investigation. It's damage control.
So I might as well speak to my solicitor now and get my £1,000.
You've offered to show me the video, then that's fine.
Yeah. You see that your sergeant's a liar.
Well, show me it if you want to show me it. I'm not bothered.
Am I being detained?
No, you're free to go. Thank you for giving me your details. Just be careful where you're flying it.
No, I won't.
Obviously, bear in mind that side of the gate and the fence is private property.
Oh no, I've already been over there.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go over again.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But bear in mind that you may be spoken to again by an officer if it's deemed that your drone's interfering with any police activities or anything like that.
All right, well, I've got permission to be here. From the Civil Aviation Authority.
Okay, have you got that in writing? Have you got anything on you can show me to confirm that?
Do I need to?
Well, I'm not just going to believe you, am I?
Well, I'm not just going to believe you that your sergeant's a liar.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get drawn into this back and forth with you.
You've already been drawn into it.
I've spoken to you. I've ascertained what you're doing. As long as you're not interfering
what happened
with
to the
police
Section
activities,
4A?
That's fine. I'm not going to take any further action against it.
No further action?
Yeah.
Why? Because you know that she's a liar?
I'm going to give you words of advice.
No, I don't want your words of advice.
Right, well, I'm going to offer
you can stick your words of advice.
Right, I'm going to offer you them anyway.
No, I don't want them.
The instant they obtain his details, the entire encounter ends right there. No offense is pursued, no further action follows, and suddenly there's no remaining interest. Everything mentioned beforehand, public order, terrorism, various legal sections, simply disappears. That's unlikely to be accidental. If any of those allegations had genuinely mattered, they wouldn't have been abandoned immediately after the paperwork was completed. A genuine issue doesn't just disappear that quickly. This interaction was never really about resolving an offense. It was about establishing his identity. Once that objective was achieved, there was nothing more to pursue because nothing else had apparently been intended. All the legal terminology used earlier wasn't a route toward resolution. It was a means of applying pressure.
I speak to people in future.
But I didn't speak to anybody in any. She's a liar. I never told her to pee off. She's an absolute liar. I will be making a complaint. I will be suing. Thank you very much. What's your details?
6468.
From the station?
Yep.
Your details?
290.
From the station?
Yep.
And her details?
She'll find those out for you. I believe her name's Sergeant Wiltshire, or Wiltshire, my apologies.
Sergeant Wiltshire?
Yep.
And her numbers?
I don't know them.
Well, I need her numbers.
I don't know them.
We'll have to radio through then.
I don't know them.
She's the one that made the complaint. I need to make a complaint about the lying sergeant.
Just ask to speak to Sergeant Wiltshire. She works on Team 4 Patrol South at Ellen Road. That's all you'll need.
Well, can't you just radio through and ask for her details?
No, because she's not actually on duty at the moment, because she was in, as you said, she was in a civilian car in a civilian clothing, so she's...
You could ring the control room and ask what a colour number is her.
I can't do that at the moment because I'm too busy, but you've got all the details.
But you weren't too busy to come and stop to talk to me?
Thank you very much.
Yeah? See you later, sausages.
I prefer bacon.
He says the matter is heading to court because the entire encounter was based on events that never actually occurred. A sergeant alleges he swore when he didn't. Other officers repeat the allegation without reviewing the footage, while threats of arrest are used to obtain his details. Once they get what they want, everything else disappears. That's not simply a disagreement, it's an abuse of authority. And when officers accept an allegation while leaving evidence unexamined, court becomes the only remaining avenue. When News Now Yorkshire requests their caller numbers, the response isn't a direct refusal, but dismissal. Suddenly, they are too occupied to provide basic information that allows scrutiny. Yet moments earlier, time clearly wasn't a concern while they stopped him, questioned him, threatened arrest, and demanded his personal details. That contrast is significant. Officers acted decisively when they wanted information from him, but became unavailable when he requested accountability in return. Footage capable of disproving the allegation was ignored. Identification that could assist a complaint was treated as unnecessary. They escalate quickly, rely on threats, introduce alleged offenses, and keep applying pressure until they obtain compliance. Then they simply disengage. No action follows, no offense is pursued, no interest remains, and that's the revealing part. If this were genuinely about public order, terrorism, or another legitimate concern, it wouldn't have ended immediately after they obtained what they wanted. If you found this breakdown useful, Make sure you like the video, share it, and subscribe to support the channel and keep this kind of accountability in the spotlight.